you going, Jake?
Yeah, good mate, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all good. So yeah, it's just a general conversation, consultation, just open conversation.
Yeah.
Just to get to know a bit more about you.
Yeah.
And see what you want to get out of this. So basically, what's brought you here today? What's made you want to take that step into getting a personal trainer?
I'm just sort of getting back into fitness, and the way that I want to do it is I want to get a coach to hold me accountable. Yeah. So I'm pretty well rounded within my sort of fitness journey. I've trained before, I've trained for a while, but I find that having a coach to hold me accountable really helps me to sort of, stick to my goals, progress in the right way. So I'm just looking for a coach that sort of can set me up a program, making sure that my lifestyle, my food and everything else is sort of dialed in, and then we can sort of take it from there.
Yeah, nice one. Lovely. So what goals would you like to achieve over the next 3 months? So
over the next 3 months, I would just like to probably get ready for the summer. So I'd probably like to cut a little bit of body weight and work on my running pace. So bring my running pace down ever so slightly as to what it is now. So they're my sort of short-term goals.
Yeah. Okay. Over the next 12 months, long-term health, what would you like to achieve?
Long-term health, so I would like to achieve a different body composition to what I have now. So right now I'm sort of sat around 17-18% body fat, and I'd like to sort of get that down slightly. And I'm running the Australian Marathon in the end of August, so that's why I'm trying to start to work on the pace of my running and work on my body composition so that I'm slightly leaner for the race.
Yeah, lovely. Name 3 things you'd like to improve about your health and fitness.
Strength. I'd like to improve my strength. I'd like to improve my body composition, and I'd also like to improve how consistent I am with the other lifestyle aspects of training. So sleep, making sure that I'm hitting my single ingredient whole foods all the time, making sure I'm getting sunlight and that sort of stuff. So yeah, they're my sort of goals. Yeah.
Lovely. What are the main reasons of starting this fitness program?
The main reasons really is just I really enjoy health and fitness, but I find that sometimes I get a bit lost in my own journey, that I need someone to help me sort of stay in the right direction. So the main purpose of all of this is for me to build a lifestyle that I can find consistent to live with. So basically I want to, instead of it being sort of like up and down, going into a 6-week phase of this, and I want to be able to create systems and styles and find foods that fit with me, that I enjoy, so that it becomes a lifestyle.
Yeah, long term.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Also, how would you describe your fitness condition regarding your general health and fitness?
Yeah, general health and fitness is good. Yeah, so my fitness condition is I'd say above average, and I mean there's massive room for improvement, and that's why I'm coming to yourself, because I'd like to have sort of a structured program within the space of the gym, and within food and sleep, that sort of stuff. So I'd say that it's above average, but there's definitely room for improvement.
Okay. So on average, how many times a week would you say you train over the course of a month?
I train over the course of the month, on average each week is between 4 or 5 days a week, so it's pretty high volume.
Yeah, okay, lovely. Did you get the results you wanted from have you been getting the results you wanted from training?
Generally speaking, yes. There's a few sort of areas where I feel like I can improve. Obviously previously saying, making sure that I'm staying consistent with it. But generally speaking, I'm happy with the way that things are going with training. Yeah. So I'm a dad of two now, so obviously my children take priority. I've got a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, but I'm still managing to keep myself in shape, regardless of obviously having that new part of my life come into effect. So.
Yeah. How does that fit in with the kids and stuff? How's that like?
It's a little bit harder, but you just got to sort of be a little bit more fluid with the way that things are. You know, some weeks you might have to miss a session or two. Other weeks you'll be able to catch up. But I found that I've been able to now sort of, because it's been now 2 years, I mean a year and 2 years, I've sort of managed to get myself back into a rhythm that works to keep the needle, keep the time ticking.
Yeah. Lovely. What are the activities you like to enjoy the most? What do you like doing the most in your life?
I like running around with my children. I like running. Yeah. Hence the marathon. This is my second one. So just going back to your previous question there. You know, I've actually last year ran the London Marathon. So
yeah, nice.
So you know, I've had quite a lot of success with my previous training anyway. But what was the question? That question, sorry. Again.
What activities do you enjoy doing the most?
So running, calisthenics. I love calisthenics, obviously, and I'm just at the moment starting to get into a little bit more functional training, which I'm actually really enjoying as well. So I'm actually liking, and I've discovered recently that I quite like to have that sort of broad hybrid style of training. So I like to sometimes do long runs, short runs, like some cardio training, functional fitness where you've got your moving your body weight with high, low frequency, high intensity, and then obviously calisthenics, strength training. I like to sort of try and angle my strength training towards my body weight. So I'm sort of doing pull-ups, push-ups, handstand stuff, dips, all that sort of stuff, flags, isometric holds and stuff. So.
Nice. Out of this whole journey that you've been going through and with all your training and stuff like that, what would you say you like the least?
What would I say I like the least? The delayed onset muscle soreness. Sometimes when I work out, I go a little bit too hard. But you know, it's part of the process, I guess. Like managing that. It's good to manage that, but at the same time, you know, in a weird way, it feels good to sort of know that your body's worked hard and you give it a few days of rest and you're going again. So if we could get rid of DOMS, that'd be great.
Yeah. So in this journey as well, what would you say that prevents you the most from exercising and stuff like that?
Oh, 100% kids. Yeah. So, but there's really not much I can do about that at this stage. I sort of sometimes, you know, one of them could come down ill, or you're looking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but that's definitely a massive barrier for me at the moment. But obviously, the older they get, the least that will become a barrier. So, it's just one of the things that I've just got to deal with and work around, really. So. Yeah.
Nice.
All it means is that sometimes I'll probably work, instead of it always being an AM or a PM workout, it might be a little bit of both, depending on sort of how it goes with it.
Lovely. Is there any advice you would like with nutrition and diet, balance to it and stuff like that?
Yeah, not an awful lot. Just keeping me on track. Structured. So I understand a lot about nutrition and I understand a lot about the lifestyle stuff, but it's just having that coach there to hold you accountable. That's sort of for me what I'm looking for. So in terms of like knowledge and education, I'm pretty well clued up on it. Again, I'm always open and welcome to your obviously professional advice. But it's just sort of staying consistent that I find hard, especially with 2 kids. So anything that you can help me with in that area would be great.
So just going back, you said you were running a marathon in Sydney, and you said you've come more into the functional fitness side of things.
Yeah.
How do you feel that functional fitness has performed in your life? Has it bettered your movement quality and stuff like that?
Yes. Yeah. 100% it has. Yeah. It's not so much movement quality because, you know, with functional sometimes it's quite high reps and you sort of, you know, you're in the thick of it, high intensity, but in terms of my endurance, it's massively improved that. So, and I focus on my form when I do my strength work more, which means that then carries over into the functional sessions. So what I've actually found is where I've focused on my form quite a lot with the strength sessions is carried over into the functional sessions in terms of my squat depth, you know, jumping the squats, doing the lunges, making sure that you're, you know, getting your knee to the floor and getting full range of motion out of it and stuff. So the functional fitness side of things has had a huge impact on my endurance and sort of like my stamina and how long I can keep going. Because when I first started doing it, I was really bad. It's definitely improved certain aspects of the training. Yeah, I've seen quite a big difference.
So would you say how's the training going for the marathon at the minute?
Yeah, we need to put some programming in for that. I'd say the training's going good. I'm starting to sort of ramp up the kilometres as we speak. I can't do as much functional training and strength training as I'd like to do because of the marathon, so I have to do a lot more running, which is fine. I'm happy to do that. Obviously, it's a sacrifice that you have to make for that sort of stuff. It's going well. We just need to obviously consider it when we're looking into the program.
So you were saying that at the minute, with going into this program, the marathon training would be your main focus.
Yeah. But I'm still interested. I mean, you know, personally, I'd like you to still keep all of the stuff that you have in your program in terms of strength and conditioning, because you know, I feel like that's the actual important part of making the legs strong. The mileage itself is quite easy. It's just repetitive. It's just going out and doing the runs. However, for me, I feel like the more bang of the buck is when we go into the strength sessions and we work on sort of like the stability and control of the legs and whatnot. Which is what you did on your program anyway for me. So yeah.
Nice. Lovely. All right. Well, I think that's about it for today. I've got enough information. That was
cool. Well, yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, no. Hopefully we can get some programs done and then move on into the gym.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can certainly sort that out for you.
Yeah.
And we'll be in touch.
Nice one. Cheers,
Nice
Tom.
That's all right. I said at the end.